One.
Woo, woo, woo. Welcome to another episode of Boyz podcast with JB.
JB, what?
It's because the other one was longer. My name's longer.
Hey, we're gonna call him JB for the rest of the night.
Because I didn't like the
homie Chiga.
Nah, start all over.
Yeah, start all over.
Nah, I don't like when Chiga tells me what to do.
You should keep that in.
Welcome to another
Put it on the
episode.
bloopers with.
Welcome to another episode of Boyz podcast with your boy Jose.
The homie Chiga.
Yo, this Hector.
Your boy Good. We got El Tocayo here today.
David Chacon from La Curva.
And your boy David. Bienvenido mi gente a otro episodio de Boyz podcast. How's everybody doing? Is everybody recovered from the fest?
Tired.
Everybody tired.
Fucking done.
I think everybody survived. No casualties.
Barely.
Yeah, apenas me estoy recuperando yo también.
Yeah.
Right? Man, I can't. I was actually there all 3 days. Yo, it was a lot more work than probably more work than I've done in like 2 years, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Bueno's fingers still hurt from that day from
Can't even
opening
open bottles
beers.
no more.
What were you doing, Bueno?
Can't open bottles. I was doing some rim jobs, you know.
A shitty job, but no.
But we just want to tank. What the fuck is? We want to thank everyone who went out, supported La Curva Picosa, supported the Boyz podcast. It was a great event overall. I mean, David's gonna give us a little bit more insight into kind of the stats of how it went, how he did, how we did. Because I think it was and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it was a team effort that at the end of the day was successful.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I've been texting you guys. I've been putting it on my Instagram. I'm thankful for you guys. To be honest, like you guys did an awesome job, man. For being the first time that we ever done this, none of you guys had experience on serving a michelada or experience on being a vendor, and you guys did a great job. Friday was there, but I think a lot of you guys adjusted for Saturday, and Saturday was a great day. Sunday, I think the rain, like Tocayo was saying, that the rain kind of slowed us down, but overall it was a successful weekend. We put our name out there, those boys. We put our name, La Curva Picosa, out there, and people enjoyed it, man. I got a lot of feedback. You guys got a lot of feedback that they loved our michelada mix. I don't know. I
mean, it was full of lessons. I think full of it was a great experience, and at least for me, I'll speak for myself. I enjoyed talking to the people, pivoting. I think it was for being a first time for everyone. I think everyone had to pivot and kind of think on your feet right away and try to figure out because you had to experience your different experiences, right? What you were doing. Originally, I personally really didn't know what was going on in terms of what my role was, what I was going to do.
Yep.
I kind of fell into that kind of like giving samples out, helping out in terms of going out into the lawn area, exposure, bringing people in to kind of get those samples and taste it. Yep. And then pivoted into kind of like helping Macias, getting the orders, taking the cash side.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a complete different pivot. It was a complete different experience because originally I was like, when I was first approached by David, I thought I was just going to be pouring beer into cups with the michelada mix, right? And that's what was going to be my job for like the entire time that I was going to be helping. But taking those little different deviations, I thought were really cool. I learned a lot. I personally pride myself on being a people person.
I think that's where you succeeded with, because you could tell the difference where you were at, way moving like from one spot to the other, doing bringing in people, helping out Macias. Ahí enfrente where you were like controlling that way.
That was your spot. I don't know who came up with the whole. I think it was since the beginning we were gonna give samples out, but I think you pushed it more. You know, you pushed it more and you helped out more. Who was the other person that was doing a good job on that?
Well, for me, just to give clarity, for all those that actually made it out, we're talking about the Michelada Fest that just happened this past weekend. Yeah. Again, shout out to anybody who went to the actual event. Shout out even more to those that were there in front of us and tried our Michelada mix.
Started following us and
Yeah, no, we loved it, guys.
Feedback.
So thank you. It was our first time out there. So if it looked a little chaotic, it's just because everybody trying to figure out like they're saying, everybody trying to figure out their role and see what everybody excelled at. But I think eventually kind of fell into a good rhythm, especially going into Saturday. Saturday was freaking crazy. Whoever was there on Saturday, as soon as it hit like 5:00, I think it was like nonstop, person after person after person. I know I made a lot of good friends out there, and they kept coming back to us. So I think that showed a lot to the people that kept coming back to us, David.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a couple I would remember by faces. I wouldn't name or anything like that, but by faces. Oh, there was one guy that...
See, that's why you have a poor salesman, because you don't remember people's names.
No, well, there's one guy that I remember in particular that actually shouted out the podcast. He looked up. He's like, "Oh, hey, I'm looking out for new podcast." His name, I think, Hector, I think I told you about him. I ended up giving him one of our... little bottle openers. I believe his name was Charlie. So shout out Charlie if you actually are following us and listening to us. Give you that shout out, brother. And again, appreciate you coming back and trying some of the mix as well.
Yeah.
But his name's not Charlie at all.
Right? That's funny, yeah.
The dude's just like...
Yeah.
The guy's name is like Zachary or something.
No, he said Charlie.
I wasn't in front. Baena, Jose, and Macias were in front. You too, David.
Yeah.
Tocayo, you were in front. I was kind of in the background, putting ice, putting beer. On Saturday, I was in the background, but you guys have more feedback than I have, and I heard from my wife that a lot of people were coming back. A lot of people that tasted it, they're coming back, compared to the other vendors.
Right.
The other vendors, it was just one shot, and that was it.
And I think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that this is the first time out that Curva Picosa's out there and has that exposure. I mean, I'm not going to name the other michelada vendors that were out there, but some of the vendors that were out there did have already, they're in some stores, they already have brand exposure.
Right.
So people know them, and usually people tend to gravitate to something they already know, right? If you have a brand new coffee shop and then you have Starbucks on the side, chances are more often than not you're going to go to Starbucks just because you already have kind of that brand loyalty. That's not how your experience went?
No, I think it was a lot of hard work, but I had a lot of fun. I had a good experience my first time being as a vendor, and just, I think what I'm most proud of is, working behind something that I know the product is good, and I like the Miche, and I think it's really good. So I think, working behind someone like that, like you stand by the product and you think the product is good for, the people out there, it's just, it's just good. I think I'm happy for that.
Thank you, Bueno.
I think it's easy to sell something that you truly believe in, right?
For sure,
where you truly believe that it's good, that it's above the rest of the competitors. Personally, for myself, I mean, I was in the front, kind of try to have people to come in, get the samples and stuff, and sell. I truly believe that this is, when it comes to micheladas, I think it's the best one out there.
Yeah.
So I personally, it was easy for me to get behind it and sell something that I truly believe.
Because people believe that as well. I mean, you believed it, so you made them believe it, and then it's just, it followed through.
I mean, I can honestly say I was never a big fan of michelada mix, just because too many, they gravitated where you were tasting like tomato juice, something like that,
Or clam juice.
Clamato, clam juice. So when I tried this mix in particular, instantly hooked, and just I hit them up like every other weekend. I'm like, hey, sometimes a little too short notice, but I'm like, hey, can I get one 2 and 2? One original, one pepino.
I mean, to be fair, you're not really a beer person, David.
Yeah, I'm not. But
you're more of a hard liquor kind of guy.
Exactly. And when I'm chilling or when I'm gonna have going out and just me hanging out with people that do drink beer, I always try to make sure I have some of the mix with me.
For sure. Chige, how'd it go for you, buddy?
The same, pretty much the same. Just
it was hustling.
Yeah, just hustling.
Se me escondió el domingo.
Yeah.
But
he was there.
He was outside partying, bro. He had his shoes all muddy.
Nah, I didn't. But overall, I think it was just like Bono was saying, how you guys were saying, it's it's a product that we know it's a good product, so it sells itself basically. We just got to get people to try it. And then when we started giving out those samples, that's when they were really like, okay, like I tried it.
Yeah.
And then if you notice, most of them, like right away, they tried it and they were like,
let's get it.
Let's give me one. And, I think it was easy. And like they said, just being out there supporting David, knowing that it's a good product, that people are going to like it. Just like David said, I'm not really like a beer person overall.
Right.
Especially like any type of michelada, like I wouldn't take it by itself just because it tastes a lot like clamato, clam juice. But this one, like I could have it just by itself.
She drinks it all the time.
Yeah,
just by itself.
Just by itself, I get, and and with the beer, it tastes even better. So
I do want to say something.
Okay.
I think there's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
Or Michelob, whatever.
Michelob,
David made fun of me. He
You
was
kept
talking
saying
shit
it's like
to
the
me.
Michelin man, bro. It's Michelob Ultra.
It's Michelin.
Says Bucanas instead of
Michelob.
Buchanan.
It's Michelob.
I think that the beer gave it a different taste,
Yeah.
right? If you drink it with maybe a Modelo or Corona, or
The Estrella wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I gotta
Estrella
give it
wasn't
for
bad.
my first time, I hadn't really tried Estrella like that. It actually did give a pretty good flavor.
However, overall, I think the Miche makes it not
Yeah.
for you not to taste the actual beer. Like it's so good
Right.
that people weren't even noticing the difference.
That's what I was gonna say with the Ultra way. Like the Ultra, I'll have like 2, 3, and that's it because of the taste. You don't really taste it with the Miche at all.
And that's what I would tell people if you want to, like, maybe because there's some people, you know, se les hace un poco fuerte the micheladas. So I'm like, if you want something a little lighter, you could go with a little bit of a lighter beer. But if you want the full flavorful experience, Estrella or something like a Modelo is the way to go for sure.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about also while we were doing it, I'm like, what if we open a couple beers and put it into the little sample cups? But I'm like, I don't know if people are gonna be. So I think that just tasting the mix. Because a lot of people were just like, "Oh, you guys are giving out samples? That's different." Because pretty much nobody
was
else.
doing that. I
And
think
The vendor, none of the vendors were doing it.
Miches didn't do it
Yeah.
till Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So they
So-
saw us.
so they
yeah.
saw when they saw Baena giving samples, then they
pivoted.
They pivot, yeah. And also, you had that I think one of the people that were working there, they came over like, oh, you have mix. I mean, you have samples, and they're like, oh, let me taste it, and tasted it and everything.
Oh, the lady, right?
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
lady. So.
And she
I think
liked
that-
it though,
and
and
that-
she even said, she even admitted, I'm not gonna out her name or anything, but she's like, this is better than the mix that was
and
next
then,
door.
then you saw them doing also samples.
My favorite, Hector, was after I had people that went to the booth that was next to us. They had their drink in hand and they had just tried it, and then they came and they tried our mix, and they just kept saying, "Fuck, can I go return?"
Yes, yeah.
Tons of people that were like that, and it just shows to the kind of dedication that David puts into
And
it.
it's also
Putting out
not
a good product.
It's also not to bring other vendors down, but it's
Right,
just it's
yeah, of
just
course.
that for us being there for the first time, you had other people that had more experience in these kinds of events, and they had big lines. You saw them on Friday, you saw them on Sunday when it was kind of slow, but they had big lines. And if you see on Sunday people that came Friday and came Saturday, they were a lot of them were the same guys, and they just went straight to us.
And basically, it's a new product, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these other Miche stands, they've been at it for years now. I think David, you like this is probably like your first year overall.
Yeah,
like just
it's-
starting it. So
Yeah, pushing it. I was doing it for you guys for the soccer games, right?
Yeah.
But like as a business, I just started the business like in June. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
name.
remember.
Impressive.
But to making it, it's been what, like 7-8 months around there.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a long time.
So yeah, I mean overall, for that says a lot because
Yeah.
like as you look to all the other stands, like the only one was the one next to us. They had a big line, but they've been at it for years now, and then a lot of people like
Yeah,
they're very well known.
Their name is catchy.
Yeah.
and they have like they have the experience. You know, they've been through it. He mentioned it to me. They said, "Man, you guys have your style. We opened the doors, like came in this other brand, and it's on you guys to make your own identity. You know."
Yeah.
I said the thing I don't like is that there's people that want to copy us. You know,
Yeah.
that copy this, copy that. But like if you guys do your own shit, man, I give you mad props. And he gave us props
Yeah.
because we did our own shit. You know, like you guys helped out a lot, man. To
I
be
think
honest,
overall the thing that really helped us was the fact that we weren't worried about all the other ones,
Yeah.
what they were doing. We were doing our own thing, like
Yeah.
going out there, giving out samples. Like we didn't know if we were allowed to, go out there, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
asking the people to get a sample or anything.
Yeah.
And
But I do want. We didn't pull anybody from there.
No.
When they were
Yeah.
in line, we weren't approaching anybody in
No.
their line. We were just.
Me and Chi wanted to because I'm like, no, we got to Tocayo. If he says no, we got to
Yeah.
be respectful.
No, yeah,
we were
I-
just
I
getting
don't
people
wanna
as
be
they
that
were
guy.
coming.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Never. We didn't approach the people from the. People did come from the line to try it.
I think
we,
overall-
and then went back.
Yeah,
but-
we had people that were like, "Oh, what are you guys having?" And I would just say,
Yeah.
micheladas. And some of them were, gravitating just because they didn't want to wait.
Y eso,
Some of
y es
them-
otra cosa, güey, like little things like that. They didn't know that we were selling micheladas. in the beginning, they didn't know. So little things like that I think on Saturday David started fixing, adding
Signage and stuff.
yeah, more stuff that promotes that we were selling micheladas.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it was when they started noticing that our line was getting big as well. That's when, like, even from other lines, they were gravitating to go to our line because they were like, oh, look, like, there's a line there, it must be good.
And it was moving faster.
Yeah, it was. We were moving it a lot faster, so yeah.
And that's the point that I want to bring up, is that going into Saturday, we didn't buckle. Like, we could have gotten easily overwhelmed by the amount of people that we started getting, and could have just, like, kind of halted or maybe just faulted or something like that, but we stuck it through. And go ahead.
I think with como nos acomodamos on Saturday, way. I think the Friday, when I came in, I saw a little bit of a struggle way when there was not a big line. I think we had Bueno, you had kind of an idea what was going on for Saturday to make a little bit more changes where we kind of thought that was gonna get busier, and we kind of fixed that problem way. Because on Saturday, I think we were tired, but we ran fucking smooth way. I think we ran all together as a fucking unit way.
Yeah, to get that line down, like, and the people that were coming up, again, we set up in a way. Obviously, at first, we were kind of lit all over the place, but as soon as we got it down, as soon as we clearly, like, people making sure that the people are here to order, people are here to pick up, and then we figured out with the extra drinks that we had with the ceviche and then the palomazos. I think, for it being our first time, I think we showed a lot of colmillo, and to say that,
Not to brag, but I think it was all me. Bueno and me. All Bueno and me, right?
We were there one day.
But it was on the busiest
That's the day that mattered, right?
Yes, that mattered.
So again, hey, shout out to everybody that was there with us, man.
Everybody that fucking helped us, way.
Shout out to Yayo. He's not coming. He fucking let me down, but shout out to Macias.
Hey, no, I gotta give that guy credit, man. He again was there every day.
Yeah, he was there 3 days.
Yeah, dude, he's a hustler, bro.
Yeah, he's a character. And the first when they invited me, when I applied for the Michelada Fest,
right.
First thing that who should I invite? Who should that's the first guy who came up to my mind, because you guys seen his mustache, he has a
can he be the official mascot for La Cura Picosa? Like, I think it's just now, but I think anybody now who left our booth will remember him along with La Cura Picosa.
Yeah,
like, out of anything aside from the Michelada mix, I think they're gonna remember him for sure.
He's a character. He has a mustache. He has the hat going on. He has the personality. He helped a lot, man. Big thanks to Yayo, Sergio Macias. Hopefully we have him soon again at the podcast.
Yeah, we'll have him. He just wanted to do something where his schedule was a little bit more open, so we'll get him on.
He wants to have a day off. He's like, I wanted to relax.
Nah, for him being there like all 3 days,
that's what I'm saying.
From the morning till we leave, it was.
The funny thing, people kept asking, like, when they got close to him, and they're like, that they saw him de lejos y pensaban that his bigote it was fake.
It was fake.
And they're like, no.
Yeah. Well, he left it on. He was supposed to cut it off.
Really? He can't cut it off no more.
He says he leaves it on for 6 months, and then he takes it off for 6 months.
You got to keep it for the winter.
No, yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, but big thanks to Sergio Macias. He's a big friend of mine.
Bueno, how did you feel after Saturday?
What was your high, and then obviously the low was probably the worst.
I know on Saturday when we got in the morning, bro, I saw that fucking energy way. You were all excited, bro. when we left, I don't know. Way.
No, Saturday was crazy. I got in the morning and I was feeling good because Friday we had like a little test trial. So Friday was over, and then Hector had some ideas for Saturday. So we had 2 tables. We had some things going on. But man, after that rush shit on Saturday, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was gone, bro. I was tired, bro.
It was a different man, way.
Dude, the whole day we were like just hustling, and then after we went to go get some tacos to eat, I like look around, and Bueno's like over there in the corner by himself eating his tacos. I'm like,
I had to get away, man.
I don't want to go back.
No, that was tough, man. That was something else. No, but it was a lot of fun. I think good thing for the teamwork, that we were all there and helping each other out. Because if one of us bailed, I think everything would have derailed. But good thing that we stuck together, and I think that was good for us.
Well, everyone, right? Everyone put their own part.
Everyone put their own part. We stuck together.
We can start. I want to ask everybody, what was your favorite part about the whole event?
Favorite part about the whole event, it was my first time at the event, but I think my favorite thing is just working together. I think everybody working together, that I think it made me feel like a team, and just getting the product out. So that was made my my job be a little bit easier.
Yeah, overall, I think we all got. That's probably gonna be our the best experience. Just like we all know each other. We all play soccer. We all hang out, but we've never really like worked together. Did something where, like, we're actually all like putting a little bit into it to make it work. So I mean, there was a couple arguments here and there, different views, opinions, but I think overall, like, what made it the best part of it is that we came together at the end and we made it work.
It's an experience way or a memory that nobody's gonna take away.
For sure.
What I like is that even though we got into like little discussion, it was always productive. It wasn't like we were just arguing just to you're not doing this or you're not. It's always what can we do to make it more efficient to be better. It wasn't just calling people.
We're like arguing but pouring beer at the same time.
What are you doing, man? that one time where I'm like, I need a drink, but you guys were asking me what kind of beer, and I just kept to I just need a drink, bro.
No, he was like, I think he was saying something like, pepino and.
No, because they wanted just beer. They wanted the two tall.
Oh yeah. He was like beer, and we were like, what kind? He was like, beer. He was like screaming at us, beer.
Just give me 3 beers, man.
He got all mad, and then he went to the other table to ask. He was like, you guys don't get me. So then he gets. I think Hector helped him. So then he comes back to us and we're like, David, we understood what you were saying. We were just asking you what kind of beer. He's like, oh shit, my bad, guys.
No. The funny thing is, se lo di a Hector. Hector knew. Hector right all the way.
Hector just poured whatever though. That's why.
I think he just guessed and got it.
He poured 1 and 1. He poured 1 estrella with no try.
So what was your favorite part, Jose?
For me, overall, I thought it was a great experience in terms of the camaraderie. Like Bueno mentioned, the teamwork, that being able to, for me, it fascinated me how we were able to pivot and think on our feet and learn make
adjustments, right?
Right. Yeah. Pretty much learn on the job.
On the fly.
Can I say something about that? And if, there's something there that it wasn't working together, or if someone disliked some other person there, or we were working as a team.
I did dislike you.
I think I would have been gone.
Yeah, I think that's the thing where we didn't get to that, bro. I think everybody se acomodó en su spot, bro.
Hey, this was our first bonding moment with Bueno. Actually being part of it.
What?
This was our first bonding moment with Bueno actually being part of something.
Let me ask you though. I mean, you mentioned, you bring that up, right? Like, if they would have said something, like in terms
of something, but if we weren't working together as a team, or
like fighting
or discussions, you're not doing this right, or just pointing fingers. Yeah. I think I wouldn't have been comfortable at that point. We're like, I'm trying to do my best here, but you're pointing fingers.
But the way you held it down, bro. You held your end. You held it down, bro.
You were doing really
honest
well.
Way, you were hustling way.
The funniest thing with one of those, you could see the tiredness hit. Because on Friday, he was like, how many? And then Saturday, I'm here. And then Sunday, I barely heard the guy on Sunday.
It's exhausting.
He was burned out on Sunday
tough,
for sure.
It was tough.
No, but Sunday, I think we had it a little bit more under control. Way I think Sunday with the extra help that we had, we had a little bit more chance to break away and give it a little bit more of a break to the helpers way.
I got to eat something on Sunday, bro. Yeah. I didn't eat anything.
I mean, Saturday. Saturday they brought food way. On Saturday brought food way, but I saw the line where I saw everybody hustling. I'm like, I didn't want to just leave you guys there, or whoever.
And there you go. I think that's a learning experience right there. Next time, people take breaks a little earlier, before the rush hour.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a learning experience. I mean, I thought it was great. Personally, I liked it a lot, right? I thought it was a fun event in terms of talking to people, meeting people. The music was good. I took it as a friendly competition that the guys next to us were doing well. At the beginning on Saturday, personally, we were whooping them.
Oh, killing it.
But then, as the more people came in, they started getting... I don't know if it's because people gravitate to a line and be like, oh, damn, that must be good, or, are they giving something out?
You brought it up with the brand.
I think it's just the fact that they've been at it for years now, and mostly, like, everybody knows who they are.
For me, it was like more of like, I was like, all right, I got to get these guys. From what I can do, I got to beat them at least a little bit, right? At the beginning for the first few hours. So, that's what I like.
Hector?
What?
What is like?
For me, it was working with you guys way. Like I said, way I try to do things where I'm gonna remember stuff way. So, fucking time. No, well, time is short, bro. And then memories that you have way. That's the only thing you take to the future way. So like working with you guys, bro, it's like way like I lived those moments way, and it's fucking cool having like this shit, like having the podcast. Like I don't know if we're gonna do this shit in a year or so way. So having like moments like this is fucking awesome way. Doing that shit, like working in the Michelada Fest with all you guys, it was a pretty cool experience. And then, like I said, everybody having their own roles, where everybody doing their stuff. Way it was
and
an
excelling
awesome
in their roles.
Yeah. So.
What is that Andy Bernard from The Office saying? I wish you could know when when you're in the good times before they're over.
Yeah. So. Yeah, like for me, I try to enjoy every like when we spend like with the boys or shit like that. I try to enjoy every moment with porque you don't know when shit happens.
The motherfucking boys.
Cheers.
Good stories when we're older.
Salud.
Man,
I drink all my
I'm just glad it went well.
I drink
I'm
give
looking
bueno
forward
beer.
to David Tocayo. If we'll be there next year, brother. At least for myself, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Next year.
Oh, for sure.
But this time I'm not gonna accept volunteers, bro. I gotta pay you guys, it's because it's una putiza, güey. Era una putiza. Well, Saturday,
Pero I think it's because a little bit we didn't really know what we were doing.
Yeah.
If you're better organized next time, people are able to take breaks.
But I think Saturday in overall way, I think was a success way.
Oh, 100%.
Like with the people we had way, we got it done. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we had that big line way, we brought it down to nobody, and then you saw another big line way, and then we brought it down. Like we were keeping people moving way.
Definitely, man. I mean, overall, for the people that we had.
Right.
We held it down, and imagine if we would have had more people, man, that line would have gone faster. I feel like more people would have came over to us, because I feel like overall in a festival like that, it's just about who can get the people out the fastest. You know?
As it comes down to later in the day.
we were missing people on Saturday. I don't think we had the full squad on Saturday. Some people, I think 2 people or 1 people. I don't remember how many people we had, but we had a total of 14 people. We could have had a total of 14. I think we had like 12, right?
But something to say, Tocayo, that I don't think anybody had told you enough, but since everybody knew that, I told them, hey, we're doing this for David, and anytime you ever interacted with those people, no les dolió que, man, I'm not getting paid or anything like that. The people, the volunteers that I brought, they said that, man, David is such a nice guy. I'm glad I was able to help him. And how you were splitting the tips at the end, and everybody was saying like, no. So that just shows that, again, none of us expected anything like that, because we know the kind of person you are. We know the character that you bring. So we were welcomed and eager to help you out.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people got a little too burned out, and they. But I'm glad that the people that were able to especially make it their Saturday. That's why, I did not want to go on Sunday, brother. I did not want to go on Sunday, and I dragged my feet to get over there. But I'm like, I gotta at least show up and finish the weekend for David. For those that I could, I knew I set myself up to be there.
I mean,
everybody could, but
definitely, overall, like I wouldn't, I'd volunteer, to be honest with you.
People had things to do. I know that.
Yeah, just to show support,
I'm thankful with you, Chiga, because you told me straight up.
Yeah,
I can't Sunday. There's people, I'm not gonna name names. Yeah. They told me on Sunday they were gonna go, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Fucking bueno.
I was there.
No, the thing is that let me know. Let me know, and I'll substitute.
Yeah, that way.
I'll substitute.
That was the thing. Like I didn't know if I was gonna be able to go because I didn't know what time my games were gonna be.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to tell you yes I'm gonna be there, and then at the end of the day not show up. Because I know somebody else could have gone in my place.
Football's like
Chica did that to me. Chica did that to me. I'm like, Chica, bring me a hat. He's like, I got you.
I mean, I was gonna go after, but then I was like, it's gonna rain. I was like, never mind.
Go ahead.
We also had people from like outside of the state to come to the Michelada Fest to come support us. We had like Tino from Texas. We had my cousin from Indianapolis. He came over and they liked it. They haven't tasted this mix, and they liked it.
Yeah, Tino didn't taste it.
Bro, I told when I was talking to people right there, giving out samples there, we had people from Wisconsin, people from Nebraska, people from Florida, California, like that were at the fest, and they're like, man, you can't find this where I'm at. And they're like, on Saturday, they're like, hey, we want to buy some, but I know we didn't have...
Yeah, we didn't have the bottles.
Bottles, but
those are the things that I kind of messed up on.
But another thing that I think was for us, it would have been a little bit difficult, since we were... Because I noticed that on Sunday, when we started selling them, and all they do is just bought one, and they just bought beer. They would just start pouring it away. Right in front,
which is fine. I mean, at the end of the day...
Yeah, but to try to get sales, that's not good, Like,
I mean, you could do something towards where you let them know, like, you know, the last hour we're not gonna be doing miches. We're just gonna be selling our. Well, I'm not everybody, but you know, have a little. We had like 3 tons. Maybe be like, hey guys, you know, at the end of the day, towards the last hour, if you guys want to come back, we're gonna be selling the bottles. You know, because a lot of people aren't really gonna buy it during it because they don't want to carry it around the whole day, be watching over it and everything.
We had a couple that was they were straightforward. They were very appreciative of it. They're like, "Hey, we're heading out. You know, we're leaving the event. Can we take one? Because we want to try it later and to try it with our friends." Remember that couple? And they actually bought it from us, and we were willing to
definitely.
Yeah.
But
I get your point, Hector. But by the same token, if they're drinking it there, they're gonna take your product. They're taking your product. They might not. Let's say they buy 2 bottles, they'll finish one, but the other one are gonna take it, and other people are gonna try it. At the end of the day, I think the point of this event was to get brand exposure. Right. I mean, if going into it, the point was to make a lot of money. You're against big competitors, right? And chances are they have a good market share. It's gonna be hard for you to compete with those because they've ran those events. They know how to run them. Right. They got it to a T. Not to say that we fucked up, but I think we were brand new at this.
Experience, I mean, of course, the experience.
Well, one of them, I'm not gonna say their name. One of them is it's a big michelada here in Chicago. They're giving it for free, bro. Their michelada, they were giving it for free because it was a 20 ounce, or it was like a 20 ounce, which is like a beer and a half, and they're mixed, and they're giving it at $10.
But a lot of it was mostly just ice. So, I mean...
But I think in that scenario, I think that a lot of what they put into their mix, like, no les cuesta nada.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, like, this one that is more organic, it has more stuff. Like, for the price that we were giving it, I think it was fair. I think it was even cheap, to be honest.
I mean, I think to clarify your point a little bit. No digo que no les cuesta nada, right? But they buy in bigger bulk, so it's cheaper for them.
And they put less... They put... like more stuff like que ya está hecho aquí, like
ya está preparado.
Ya está preparado.
El clamato ya está como preparado.
A lot of people use that.
So they add just a little bit of other stuff.
I think overall, the other thing that helps them as well is the fact that they're distributing it to stores.
Yeah. Right.
So like Jose mentioned, they're buying it in bulk.
Massive.
So you know they have a lot of it. So they're like, might as well let's get rid of it. Yeah. You know, and unfortunately, like for you, David. Like, you know, you can't, because it's natural, it's all natural, you know, you can't really have it sitting there for a long time.
Yeah.
Y otra cosa te digo, like we said earlier, that they use a lot of clamato. Like, all this stuff that's on this mix is all natural. So, for it to be selling in stores, like what they make, they probably make it like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks in advance, and then they sit on the shelf for like another 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not as fresh as this.
I agree, man. We when we were out there, we promised a lot of the people that were coming to our booth, tasting our product, or tasting David's product. That sounds weird. Tasting David's Miche Mix, that La Curva Picosa and Los Boyz podcast, we're gonna have raffles. Yes. For those people that followed us, for the people that supported us. I know there were a lot of people that not only followed us, but kind of shared on their stories and put it on there. It's a promise that we're going to keep.
For sure.
The plan is to have something set up where we're going to gather everything by the end of this week. This episode's going to go out, I think, on...
should be...
Early next week?
Yeah,
early next week. That'll have all the details of what's going to be in the raffle, and then we're also should be by the next episode. We're going to give out the winners of the raffles. You'll be notified via Instagram, but if you guys want to listen to the episode, that'd be also great. In terms of the delivery of the product, that's going to be communicated with you through Instagram. See how we can figure this out. I know a lot of people are a little hesitant to share addresses or anything, so either we can mail it to you, you can meet us at a point, or you can come pick it up, depending on where you guys are at.
The only thing I'd like to add is obviously we're going to be giving it to whoever's following us. There's going to be a little bit of priority on those that actually followed us, that were at the event, and again posted us on their stories. and see people that even came up on the Michelada Fest Instagrams. I think just because they were there, they're front and center. And again, we have our supporters that have been with us since day one. So we're going to be giving different stuff to, I think, different people.
Yeah.
But it's all about either, again, it's going to be a Los Boyz shirt, some of the mix.
Some of the merch that we have from Los Boyz. We have a couple of bottle openers that were pretty cool. That were pretty popular at the event.
And David, if we can also have potentially give out some of the shirts.
I have some shirts that we were wearing for the festival.
I know a lot of people were asking about that. So again, for those, we'll have further details. Again,
just follow us.
Stick with us. Yeah, stick with us. Check our Instagram, both ours and La Cura Picosas, and we'll be making sure to get you guys informed on who's going to be potentially winning. So, hey, shout out lucky to whoever gets a mix, a shirt, or some of our merch.
Maybe a gift card. Maybe a gift card too. Throw it in there. Why not?
I mean, you kept saying a gift card, so
I did say it. I did say it.
And I'm like, a gift card, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
on Jose.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Our sponsors, you know what I mean. And then for those out there who do want to be part of the Los Boyz podcast and either
family.
hire La Cura Picosa, our socials. David, let us know our socials, please.
At LOSBOYZ podcast. At LOSBOYZ podcast. And
La Cura Picosa on Instagram and on Facebook is I haven't changed it. It's Miche's La Curva on Facebook.
Perfect.
We'll have it on also links on the description. So
please,
for when this episode rolls out. Yeah,
and then Hector, let us know our website, please.
It's www.losboyspodcast.com.
Again, we appreciate everyone that supported us. At least from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate everyone that supported, that went, talked to us. Unfortunately, if we didn't get to talk to you guys as much as we would have liked to,
right,
due to the circumstances that we were under, we apologize. But overall, I think that it was a great event for everyone, and I think it was a fun experience for everyone.
So, hey, just shout out to everybody that was able to make it out to us and see us, and again, support us. We love all you guys. We hope to continue to do more events like this in the future. We'll definitely keep you guys informed, and just, hey, stick with us. We got some big things coming up with Los Boyz Podcast and La Cura Picosa. So
I do want to say I was disappointed by Friday, the event. I didn't help out in terms of the micheladas. Dude, I went to go see Vanguardia. I bought my ticket and everything. I was highly disappointed.
Bro, Alexi Fido killed it, bro. When I got to go on Sunday, and I was in there like all by myself and like, damn.
I know.
I just appeared to Hector's all like, where'd you go? And I mean, bro, I had to get away. We were down, so I'm like, I'm gonna go. I had the event. Alexi Fido killed it. Shout out to Alexi Fido.
I wish I would have gone.
I wish I would have.
Well, that's a wrap, man.
So tear for you. Never meet your heroes.
That was high. I mean, I still like their music, but the performance overall was not the best.
I think it was just the playlist that they had.
I agree.
It was not with them with what they usually sing.
But it was.
You think it was the fact that it was live?
I think I don't know. I think the performance overall was not that great. It was not the best.
The
songs off of Selena Gomez.
It wasn't out of tune.
I just think his voice sounded the same. I just think their performance was not good.
Yeah.
They was ready to throw his chonies, and he's like, never mind, I kept them on.
He was front seat.
I should have came to work instead.
I should have just stayed right there. I was bummed. But that's a wrap, man. Thanks for everyone for listening. We appreciate the support. And stay tuned for those raffles. And
for sure.
If anything, again, please be on the lookout in your inbox. We'll reach out to you via Instagram. That's it. That's a wrap. Signing off, Jose.
The homie Chiga.
Yo, this is Hector.
Your boy, good.
El Tocayo.
David Chacon from La Curva.
And your boy, David. Thank you, everybody.
That's cute.
JB with?
JB.